So, viewers, this is Sensei Michael from Scree Reviews, bringing you a new podcast on my segment called The Black Lightning Review. And like always, I'm going to speak very loudly, very clearly, and very slowly in case you don't understand me. Also, I'll try to do my best not to beat you hard during this audio podcast recording as well, not to cause any audio feedback. No audio feedback as well during this audio podcast recording. So anyway, if you're under 18, this audio podcast recording will attain to adult language. Once again, if you're under 18, this audio podcast recording will attain to adult language. Now, if you're over 18, that means you got to watch this audio podcast recording. So anyway, with this and everything else the way, let's get into the latest episode of Black Lightning. So basically, this episode picks off when it last left off in the previous episode. TC had watched Jennifer, boil and turn into particle energy, right in front of his while watching from his computer screen. So basically, when Jennifer went to charge, to absorb entities from the ionosphere, she started to disintegrate it and blow up and basically became this cloud of energy particles. So basically, TC told Jefferson and the others about what happened to Jennifer. So basically, a lot of people things like TC started to feel guilty that he should have told Gammy and the others about how about the whole ionosphere thing was affecting Jennifer and whatnot. So anyway. So basically, Jefferson's powers. So basically, Jefferson suggests that he could still feel Jennifer's energy in her particle form. So basically, Jefferson said he's gonna absorb Jen's energy particles. Jen in her energy particle form, and somehow and bring it back to Danny's bunker to bring her back to her old self. But Gammy said, even if we could, we need a special device though. We need a special advice from Star Labs to help us do something like that. So basically, Jefferson I know a fast friend who I know a friend who can get me the device that we need to save Jennifer. So basically, he can get here fast in a flash. So basically, Jefferson went off screen. Jefferson went to. Went to casino. Basically, he got the device from Barry Allen, the Flash. So basically, off screen. So basically, once Jefferson got the device, Jefferson, used his black lightning, put on his black lightning suit and went out to the ionosphere, found Jessica's energy particles and absorbed it in his body, but by doing so, it caused him to black out. He almost crashed. He almost crashed out into the ground. So basically, Jefferson was able to dissolve Jennifer's energy particles, but it almost made him crash down to the ground. But lucky he recovered thanks to Gammy, waking him up with a sonic sound wave through his intercom and whatnot. So anyway, it turns out the device's, computer AI named Kate picked up Jefferson in his back, almost crashed into the ground that night. So basically, so the device was happy that Jefferson, is back in his Black Lightning outfit, and he said, he was talking to his left-hand man named Red. So Red has magnetic power. So basically, that's his name, Red. So basically. So basically, Tobias was happy to see Jefferson is Black Lightning again. So basically, Tobias is putting his plan into motion. So basically, wherever this plan, he said now he can go full force with his plan. So anyway, Jefferson using his powers to manage to get Jennifer's energy particles into a chamber, That way, the device that he got from Star Labs can turn Jennifer back into her human form again. So basically, but they have to take the process slow. If they go too fast, it could, it could be devastating. It could be devastating. It could, Genesis any part open a black hole or disintegrate. So basically, they have to take the process slow and whatnot. So anyway, it's going to take some time to do. So basically, everybody was freaking out. So basically, Jefferson, Jefferson, Lynn, and then Nessa and TC and Jeremy, all they have to do is wait till the process to be complete, and hoping that Jennifer, and hoping that the process will turn Jennifer back into her human form. So anyway, so basically, Lynn told Jefferson that I never told you about the whole ionosphere thing with Jennifer, and Jefferson started to argue with Lynn because he did. So basically, Jefferson did not know about Jennifer going to the ionosphere and whatnot. So basically, Jefferson was like, another secret. Why didn't you tell me about this whole Jennifer and the whole development energies from the ionosphere? Well, you have to have your head up your ass. Ever since Henderson died, you've been a moody son of the bitch. You have not been helping your daughters fight and climb and whatnot. So basically, and you was not trying to hear what I had to say. So basically, Linda is this is your fault. If she wasn't. If you wasn't your grief over Henderson, let you deaf and blind about what the hell was going on with Jennifer and whatnot. So anyway, Jefferson felt guilty and whatnot. So anyway, the new police chief, the police chief Lopez, decided to put her foot down against the 100. So basically, after Lala tried to, after Lala failed to kill Tobias during that whole event with the mayor who got killed by Tobias' henchman, right-hand man named Red, and whatnot. So basically, Miss Lopez is like, we're going to take that 100 again. And also, she's trying to put a body on Lightning. Turns out that the guy that, sorry, it turns out that the guy that used to work for Lala, that Lala killed for accidentally killing that homeless boy, the son of one. So basically, when Jefferson, beat up that one of Lala's men who killed the son of his teacher who was homeless, it turns out that that the police chief is trying to put that on Lightning because it was Lala who killed his own man who shot that boy who was Jefferson, one of Jefferson's teachers Chauvin and whatnot. So basically, like, they're trying to put a body on Jennifer and whatnot. So the police chief is saying, like, we're gonna put this body, cause Jefferson beat the hell out of that dude and broke his leg, and let his ass up, but he didn't kill him, and he shocked him a bit, and just broke his leg. Then Lala killed him because, the dude shot a straight bullet from Lawler's man's gun, killed that homeless boy. So basically, Lawler killed that dude, and who that Jefferson beat up for almost trying to kill Jennifer and kill the son of one of his teachers and whatnot. So basically, the chief is trying to put that body on Lightning. So basically, she went on the press conference and whatnot, and declared that that the 100 game is, we're gonna take that 100 game and also Lightning draw. So basically, Jefferson is like, I'm the one who beat up that dude who killed that homeless boy, and almost tried to kill Jennifer that night during that shootout. So basically, but I did not kill him, but it was Lala. He was probably one of the Lala's man. So anyway, meanwhile, Lala was dealing with the police now, down his neck, down his neck. He had got a call from Destiny, Lady's underboss, saying that let's do a truce. So basically, but Lala was not going for it. But Lala, being a businessman, decided to agree to a truce with Lady's underboss, Destiny. So basically, once Lala agrees to choose, he said that he's going to use this opportunity to take out Destiny once they meet up for their truce. So anyway, Jefferson, so basically, Jefferson was being comforted by, so basically, Jefferson was at Jamie's bunker, waiting for, hoping and praying that the process to turn Jennifer back into her form will work and whatnot. So basically, Jamie really saw that, this is not his fault, but, and Jamie comfort Jefferson that this is not your fault, but like I say, this Freeman needs Black Lightning. So basically, Jefferson decided to put on his Black Lightning suit again, and went to confront Lala about the situation, what he did to about the murder of that henchman that the police chief is trying to pit on Jennifer and whatnot. So anyway, so basically, Jefferson went to Lawless, underground fighting ring, and tried to have a conversation with Lala. So basically, Lala was so in a way, even though Lala had a gun pointed at Jefferson, he's like, at you, Jefferson as Black Lightning, Lala said, it's good to see you again. So basically, Lala made it clear that, yes, I killed that fool who shot that boy, but I did not kill the mayor. I was only charged to kill Tobias. So basically, you know what type of man I am, Black Lightning. So basically, I was only charged to kill Tobias that night, not the mayor. So basically, somebody setting me up. So basically, Jefferson believed Lala and let Lala go before the cops came. So anyway, later the next day, Lala went to meet up with Destiny to hammer a truce, but tells us that Destiny, died Lala and his people to the cops. but so basically all of these people got locked up by the cops. That was led by Jeremiah. Jeremiah being who he's called Messiah. Actually, his name is Jeremiah, who is a protege of Henderson. So basically, like locked up a lot of this men, but a lot of the men who got away gave to his metahuman powers. So basically, like since Lala, since Bullets won't do anything against Lala, won't kill Lala, Lala managed to get away, and Lady Eve's underboss Destiny, she contacted, she contacted Lady Eve that, that we need a special assassin that is capable of killing Lala, since he's a metahuman. So basically, Lady Eve. So basically, Lady Eve's underboss did not know that Lala was a metahuman. So anyway, so basically she was calling Lady Eve that we need a special assassin to kill Lala since she's a metahuman. So anyway, meanwhile Grace Grace has been talking to Cole and Nissa about the whole situation, about so basically Grace was kind of in the dark about the whole Jennifer situation, and Nissa finally told Grace about the whole Jennifer situation, and took about what the hell has been going on with Jennifer and whatnot, and also dealing with some married issues as well. So basically, Grace was completely in the dark about the whole Jennifer situation, because Anissa finally told Grace about the whole Jennifer situation, and also dealing with some marriage issues between her and Grace. So basically, Grace is Anissa and Grace need to work on, really need to work on to be a couple. So basically, Jennifer's Anissa's been having some issues with Grace ever since they got married, ever since she woke up and got married and whatnot. So basically, they're working through these issues. So anyway, things were starting to, so basically the process, that day, Jefferson apologized to Liz about the argument they had at Gammy's bunker and whatnot. So basically, and that's when Gammy, contacted everybody, and Grace, contacted everybody that, the process is complete. We could start to bring Jennifer back into a human form. So anyway, I don't know. So basically, everybody came back to Gammy's bunker, and Gammy started the process to turn Jennifer back into human form. So basically, she like the process to work, but it turns out that something might have went wrong, cause the process did work, but Gammy felt but Jefferson with his powers felt something went wrong, and turned out that once the chamber opened, once they opened the chamber, that it turns out that that Jennifer looked. So basically, it turns out that the process did work, and Jennifer was they was able to turn Jennifer back into a human form, but it's not the Jennifer that they knew. Turns out that they was able to turn Jennifer back into human, but she looked real different now, and this how the episode ended, where everybody is staring at the totally new different version of Jennifer. So basically, this is how the episode ended, where everybody at Gammy's bunker staring at the new Jennifer, and this is how the episode ended. We're very shocked that Jennifer has a new human form now. And so anyway, this is how the episode ended with that on that moment. But everybody's shocked that Jennifer was not Jennifer anymore. That Jennifer was not did not look like Jennifer anymore. She looked like a whole different person. So anyway, that's how the episode ended. So anyway, god damn, I know that what's her name who plays Jennifer and slash Lightning said that she was going to leave the show, but was going to leave the show at some point. But damn, this is way too early to we replace her with a new character, with a new actress to play Jennifer slash Thunder. But anyway, we just have to wait to the next episode to get a better idea what the fuck is going on. And plus, for a lot of people thinking this not be Jennifer, it might be Naomi, that other that other DC show that maybe this is not Jennifer, it might be Naomi. But we just have to wait and see if this is true or not. So anyway, what do you guys think about this episode of Black Lightning? Is it good, or was it bad, or was it just okay? Please let me know with the comments below this podcast. So anyway, like always, it's Cynthia Michael from Scree Reeves signing off. 1.